FOG Andrew here, and the coach here for Family and Gamers. Welcome, Wargamers, to an exciting, awesome episode. Today, we are not going to be unboxing Warhammer 40K-Indominus.
All right, so as you heard, why are we not going to unbox Indominus?
Well, because a bunch of people have already done that, so we don't want to be the same, I guess, as everyone else. We're going to do something a little bit different. We are not going to be unboxing and reviewing this.
I've watched at least 10 of them. Go watch those.
Yeah. So, what is our quick review? This is pretty good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
For the money, with the hard rule book, the models, the what is it, the silent...
The Edge of Silence.
Edge of Silence, about the Silent King, all the Necron stuff, and all the models and stuff. We didn't pay full price. We paid a little bit less. It's worth it. I know people were saying on our Discord, like, oh my God, it's too expensive. But GW models are really expensive. But when you get this type of thing, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff in here. Like, if you look at the back of the box, there's a lot of stuff in here.
And the main thing is, I think the one thing I can say is when you get a character, I remember I paid the Necron Lord 5 years ago, I paid $30 for the one guy. So if you go $30 per figure, I think there's like 10 characters in here. Mm-hmm. We already got the deal, so it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, so that's our quick review of Indominus, but we do have some things to talk about. We got some plans for the channel, not just with Indominus, but 40K in general. Would you care to explain, Coach?
So what I was thinking was, we have Indominus, and I have a ton of unpainted Space Marine vehicles, bikes, stuff like that. So that's the one thing we had is that. Now we have a full complement of Ultramarines, so I could run a full Ultramarine army, not Primaris, the firstborn guys. So we have that. But I was thinking, like, although I do love the Ultramarines, I know you hate the fact that I love the Ultramarines, but that's just the way it is, because they are, in my opinion, my favorite faction, my favorite chapter. But what if I want to run, like, say, White Scars or Blood Angels or this and that? So the main thing is I won't have to repaint the Ultramarines, but the stuff that we have now, and then there's also stuff that a lot of people have given us that need to be stripped and we can paint them again. What I'd like to do is make an FOG chapter. Think of a color scheme, which at this point I don't have one in mind, and then use that as a Marine chapter, but in the FOG color scheme, with FOG iconography and stuff like that. So it'll be our chapter, our channel chapter. Mm-hmm. But let's say I want to do a White Scars video, or we want to play as White Scars, we can do that. If I want to do a Blood Angels or Dark Angels or whatever, or even a Black Templars or something like that.
So we're going to use the FOG channel chapter as almost like a wild card, basically.
Right. It's going to be the all-encompassing Space Marine chapter, and with all the second chapters or successor chapters to the main first founding chapters, it doesn't really matter because there's tons of color schemes out there, and people have made their own. So I think it's time. I think I'm kind of excited about that because there's a lot of stuff I didn't do, and if it might motivate me to do more of that. I think that'd be pretty cool. The thing is, the color scheme, I'm not sure.
That's actually where you guys come in. We need some help with that because we're trying to figure out the color scheme. Guys, comment down below. Also join our Discord. The link will be in the description. Mm-hmm. Let's discuss color schemes, what you guys think we should do for the Family of Gamers 777 Space Marine chapter.
Right. So now you guys know the logo, mm-hmm. which would, by movie magic, will pop up over here. You know the colors. Should we do something like that? Or I was thinking to abandon that, do the armor and stuff a certain color, and then add the gold and the maroon or the red in there as kind of like highlights or whatever. So iconography. I don't know, but it's kind of like buzzing around. So that's where we need help. So like Andrew said.
Yeah. So comment down below. Also, like I said, join the Discord, linked in the description,
Yes.
and let us know what you guys think.
Mm-hmm. So now moving forward, though, I want to play Space Marines, all the chapters.
Yes.
And then also Necrons, because we have the rusted Necrons. So the stuff, the guys in the Indominus box will I'm going to paint them up rusty, like I did the other ones, the old rusted Necrons. I have an idea for flayed ones that I found on Thingiverse. Now with the 3D printer, I like to maybe print up some of that stuff. Oh, that's another thing too. The tables, we have a lot of terrain, but if we want something specific, we could just print it up now. So I think that's going to be something really cool, where I don't want to just do grimdark, but I want to, why can't these guys go to a ruined jungle planet, with like say Cambodian ruins or something like that, and go there with the mats we have. It's pretty good. So I like Necrons, I like the Space Marines, but I also love the Grey Knights too. Now that is your thorn in your side. That's the ones you hate the most, but I still want to play some Grey Knights.
Yeah, I'm thinking of going. We gotta go Nurgle, of course.
Right. Death Guard.
Yes, I might try to do Nids because we got a bunch of Nid stuff.
We have
might be.
We have a lot of Tyranid stuff.
Something because I was telling Coach I saw a model, the Turbogon, I think it's called.
Yes.
I saw that model and I was like, oh my god, that model is awesome. I need to play Nids again. So
actually, if you look back in time years ago, that was one of the models that you got as a present. And then I painted it, and then we were using the Nids a lot with that. So, And
then I turned to Chaos.
Yeah.
So.
But then again, if you're like us, some people focus on one army, but I think our brains are too chaotic. We can't focus on, so we like to do a lot of different armies at the same time. It's just the way we do things. It's pretty cool, but it's also a good painting project, to get that out of the way, because Andrew loves painting.
Oh man, that's my favorite pastime.
All right. Oh, and another thing I was thinking was, I have a lot of models from Mantic. So I have some Hornets and some Interceptors and things like that, which I'd like to paint up. I don't know if we're going to play Warpath. I'm not sure about that, but I'd rather maybe paint them up in the FOG style as part of the chapter. Then if we ever do play Warpath, or we can go back into Dead Zone, the guys will be painted up in that faction anyway. So that'll just expand the amount of stuff that we have. And those vehicles can be proxied for anything. I mean, they're actually really nice, and I hate to have them sit on the shelf for no reason. I want to use them. I don't know if they're ever going to bring back squats or the dwarves in 40K, but I have a whole Forgefather army, a whole maybe 300 dwarfs ready to go with Iron Ancestors and all that stuff, which could be dreadnoughts and all that stuff that we could proxy in. But I'd love to use them on the table in, say, 40K, so maybe I could proxy those, but because they're done too. And I'd like to use, I hate stuff sitting on the shelf that's not being used. We do use them for Dead Zone, but in Dead Zone it's anywhere from like 8 to 12 models, and I have a full complement of a chapter ready to go. So it's sad to have those things on the side, not using them. So putting those into the game and whatever. We do proxy. We love to proxy because a lot of guys will order stuff that are made on outside sellers like Cromlech or something like that, adding it to the Space Marine chapters. So why not use the really cool stuff that we have? And I like to chart that progress. If you would follow us along, that'd be awesome. And if you have any tips or things that you'd like to see, that's a good place to put them.
All right, so we have a lot of stuff planned for 40K, which I know is a crazy thought because I never thought I'd be playing 40K again.
I knew we were. I knew we were. I never wanted to stop playing. It's just one of those things. You take a little break, but then you come back strong. It's just the way it is.
I guess so.
It's like when you get the flu, and then you come back, you feel better.
Sure. But anyway, so, like I said, doing a lot of work. I'm actually excited. I know it's pretty crazy, but we're going to be doing a lot of things. We got the 3D printer that's going to give us a bunch of new stuff, like you said. By the way, check out Print and Paid in somewhere. It's somewhere. I didn't really see it. It like flew across. But anyway, so check out our links in the description to our Patreon and Discord. The Patreon helps us out a lot, and also the Discord is a way for us to talk to you guys and for you guys to talk to each other as well. It's really great. So check those things out in the description. Comment down below, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and that's pretty much it. We'll see you in the next one.